Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell.
Hey y'all. All right, listen, excuse the look, this is a teaching video, so I'm in my teaching vibe, okay? That's the best thing I got. Okay, so I have just bought and there's many brands of these, but I'm kind of just starting out with the 7. So I just got the Epson 2720 Eco Tank, which I heard this one is pretty good to be small. You know, of course you can't print large, but it does have the Eco Tank built in, okay? And so all of the rest of the sublimation machines that I've seen, they had like crazy things that you had to do, versus this one, it was really simple. So, okay. So I've been trying to do this for a long time. I've had it for a long time, but I think I was just scared and I felt like I needed to watch 1,000 videos. And so we're gonna do this. I'm teaching you as I'm learning, and I know that this is gonna be good because it's nothing more than to know, you know, somebody who don't know what they're doing and we just jump in there together. So these are how the cartridges come. So the Epson 2720 comes with its own ink. Do not use it. This ink, if put into this machine, will cause it to never be a sublimation, from what I'm hearing. So that is the biggest thing to remember, is that you do not want to use the ink that comes with the Epson 2720. You don't, okay? And so after watching 1,000 videos, I read reviews, and I know that Cosmos ink is like top notch, A1 grade, baby. But let me tell you, as I'm doing this, so many people are jumping on the sublimation bandwagon. I am too, though, sis. But so they're jumping on, and so I get it. But so they're sold out. Cosmos is sold out at this very moment.
Cosmos
so
is
here
back,
is
sis. Go
the
get
next
that.
best thing from the reviews and for the hours that I have spent researching, is Hippo. Now, is there better ones? Yes, I've heard of Inkjet. I've heard of different ones, and so definitely do your research. You know, don't take my word for it. I'm just starting out as well, but I'm taking you through this process so it can help somebody else. So I got the Hippo, and it's sublimation ink, vivid and bright colors. Now this one was about maybe $22 versus the Cosmo ink that is about $60, I believe, at this time. It could be just because it's in high demand or because it's bomb, I don't know. But so this one was the next best thing, and I wanted to get this one to first try it out as well. And once you put sublimation ink into your Eco Tank, your Epson 2720, it doesn't matter what brand from there. You just cannot, once again, use the printer ink, okay? So I got these, and so I've been looking up a couple different methods. If you're looking like, what is she drinking? Nah. So I took one of this is from the printer's ink. Remember, we're not adding that. And so one of the videos that I seen was that you use these to put inside if you were doing this regularly, right? And so one of the easy things I've seen someone do is they say you could rinse this out, and then dry it. And so I poured it in here because I don't really see the need for the ink. I do see that this ink is going for $20 after I done poured it in here, but quite frankly, I didn't you know, really have the patience for that. And so I went ahead and poured it. Now what began to happen though is that I realized I can't really get inside of there. Like she said, let them air dry. But I'm really anxious, and so I decided to go ahead and try what they sent with it. Oh, Jesus. Almost dropped that. Let's put this away right now. So be careful. Have a clean spot. So they sent these with syringes, okay? They sent these with syringes. And so what I've seen other people doing is, you know, hooking this up, and then they're able to put it inside of their tank. Now, once again, I don't know how this is going to work, but we are going to go ahead and test it out. So let me bring you guys down a little. Once again, remember, I'm doing this with you. So this is not plugged up. I have not plugged this up. I've literally just taken it out of the wrapper, taken all of the tape off, and stuck it on the side, okay? And so I have a couple bags in place just because I want to make sure. Let me bring you guys down just a little bit more to be able to see. Now, I want you guys to really get the gist of this, because if you're new to this, you're probably like me. You're scared. You've been doing somewhat of research, but you see that it can be challenging to just kind of, you know, do it. Excuse me, turn on a light for you guys to be able to see as well. All right. So this is the workspace. We got the Hippo ink. I have now placed the printer's ink over to the side because we are not touching that, okay? So once again, this is not plugged up. They say leave it off via instructions, right? Still read the instructions, okay? And so I'm gonna go ahead and open this. I am super scared of needles, but we're gonna do this. They have given you some gloves in here, which is perfect. And so I know we are going to open this. I want you guys to be as close as possible, okay? So we have black, yellow, pink, and blue, okay? Those are our ones. And so I feel like black is so scary. And I like to get scary things over and done. I don't know why, but I do. So we're going to just open this. Of course, I can't find my scissors at the time. And so this is how the Hippo ink comes all together in one. And once again, it came with the syringe with the needles and gloves. And I am now going to take out that black. Okay, and so let's unscrew this before I put the gloves on. Okay, and so you unscrew it and it has kind of like a top. It looks like it's gonna be good for the syringe. Okay, whew, Jesus, I'm scared. Okay, so we're gonna open the black right here. Get a close up of that. Open the black up. There is 2 holes in there. I'm not sure if it matters. From what I've researched, it does not. Okay, so we're going to put on some gloves because this can get a little messy. Oops, before I do that, y'all, I'm helping y'all by showing the mess up that can happen during this process. Sublimation is beautiful. So if you're like me, you've been doing vinyl and you're starting to realize that vinyl is a little, it's a little time consuming, right? So if you have huge projects like this I could have sublimated, but I did it on a print and transfer sheet, and over time it gets really wrinkly, and I'll show you videos of this too as well, because this does last as well. I mean, I've had this washed over and over for a good I don't know, maybe like 20 times, because I've had it for a couple months. This is one of the first shirts that I made before I was hipped onto all the rest of the things. And so let's get back into this process. Okay, so I have my needle on. I've kind of placed it down hard because I don't know how hard it has to be. Okay, and we taking that out. So it's not a real needle. I thought it was like a whole, oh my gosh, it's gonna poke through my skin needle. Wow, yeah, crazy me. Okay, but it's not, and it has a hole in there. Okay, and so this is how it looks. All right, and so now that I have that set up, I'm going to set that down and get my gloves on. Just because this black probably can stain hands, and I don't need that. So make sure that you line it up with the color. This is black, okay? And so I'm going to go into the Sublimation Hippo ink. Remember, this is the one I had. And so I'm just going to stick it in there. Let's see if I can, nope, that doesn't work. So you have to do it just like blood, okay? Oh, yep. So all my phlebotomists, it's just like blood. Okay. So of course it's pulling back, and I think if we just kind of tip it back, we should be good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So I have that in there. Kind of flick that. I see a couple bubbles. I don't know. They do that. I'm gonna do that. And then, okay, so let's see. Let's get you in here. Okay. So I'm going to, I hope you can see that really good. I'm going to go ahead and inject that into one of these holes. Oh, yep. Okay, so you guys see that this was empty at the beginning. Okay. So we're looking at the ankle take below. It was empty at the beginning. Now, as you can see, there is some ink down there. So I'm going to go ahead and do it a couple more times. Okay. Oh, I feel like the fear has went out the window a little bit. That went pretty well. Let's just try to pull that back and do that again. Okay, this time I'll try to stretch it back a little bit more because this ankle tape really does take a lot, because I didn't really do anything. Once again, placing it in that hole back there. Okay, either one seems to be fine. Okay, so this is still nowhere filled. So we're gonna go ahead and get a little more, or a lot more. Okay, remember, when you're pulling it up, it's gonna give you some pullback, just like you know, syringes are supposed to do. Okay, hit that a little bit, just kind of make sure there's no bubbles. Place that in that hole again, and you don't have to place down in the hole either, so it's not like you're piercing through anything. You're just placing that right on top. Okay, and so that's actually pretty good right there. Let me put this top on this needle, and I'll probably rinse that out and put the top on this. Put all your tops on, sis, just in case you're like me and you're a little clumsy. My sis and my bros, talking to you both. And so there's still a fair amount in here. There's still a lot in here, okay? But I want to show you guys. Close that. So we close that valve back up. See? They just easily come out. And I want to close that back up. And then just to kind of give you guys a look into what it looks like. Sorry for that. Make sure you can see it. All right. So as you can see, the black has filled up. We're about to that line, to the third line, and there's your black, okay? And so I'm just gonna do that for each of them. Feel free to fast forward this video if you do not need this, okay? guys, so unfortunately I did the setup without you guys. Not that I wanted to, but it was just a lot of you had to really be in tune, guys, through what happened. Okay, so once you got the ink in, you press the on button. You lift this up, this kind of comes up, and that's okay. You press on, and then it's going to tell you to pick your language. You pick, you know, English if that's your language, or you go down and pick whatever. And then after that, you push OK, and then it tells you to go ahead and you know, do the alignment that it does. And so that takes about 10 minutes. You press OK, wait 10 minutes, it goes by really quick. It's just kind of filtering it, aligning it, whatever it's doing inside, okay? And so after that, then it tells you to push OK. Let's proceed with the process. In that time, you're going to print a paper. And so you'll put a paper, you'll open this back here. And so you'll open this back here. And so this can go in. And so you'll open it, pull that back. And then you'll also, there's some, because it took me a minute to figure it out. But there's some alignment blues. And so you'll open those up to align for your paper to be able to fit inside of there. Okay? And so then next, what you're going to do is you're going to put a blank piece of printer paper inside. So you just stick that right inside of there, okay? Because this is one that, you know, it prints down, okay? And goes inside and out. So you put that inside of there. And the first time, I wish I could show you guys, but so I did it on the same piece because I thought that's what they told me to do. But so the first one, imagine you don't see all these boxes, right? Just imagine you don't see all this. The first one comes with some names. It shows you your ink levels, and then it just says 000, okay? Now look at I know it's really hard because I printed on this again, but look at the 000, okay? Look at the stuff that it tells you. As long as you have 000, that means that it's good, okay? And so then you can get another piece of paper. For some reason, I thought they was telling me to put this same one back in. I don't know if they were or they weren't, but I went ahead and put it back in. And so once you put it back in, then you have all of these boxes that you see here, okay? And so what they begin to ask you, and this is all showing up on this little bitty screen right here. They begin to ask you, do you want to, do you see, oh, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so they ask you which boxes on each row has the least amount of lines, okay? And so I don't know if you can see this. So this was number 1. This is row 1, okay? And so these were the boxes, okay? And so if you look closely, let me show you what they mean by the lines. Okay, so look at number 1. You see those lines in there? Hopefully my camera can adjust to it. Okay, so there's lines in that one. There's lines all the way through, except for number 3 on this one. Number 3, it's really shaded in and you can barely see lines. And so you would go through each one. It says a little tedious, but as long as you take your time and go slow, it won't be as confusing as this paper may seem. Please don't get scared because it's not. So then you'll push OK. It'll go to the next, number 2. Do the same all the way through, okay? And, you know, don't be afraid if you made a mistake. They kind of, you know, get it. And so then they ask you to put another one in. So you put another paper in. This one I did do separate. And this is kind of how it looks. And so they print this paper out. And they ask, are these lines together or spaced apart, basically? Or, you know, are they overlapping like they are? So this was how it should look, okay? If they were spaced apart, you should say no. But I said, yes, this is perfect. And so after that, we were complete. So we were complete. It went to copy, right? And so now it's ready for the whole, you know, Wi-Fi setup, and it's ready for sublimation, baby. And so I'll be getting into that. If you want to see that, go ahead and click subscribe first and foremost. Thumbs up this video because y'all know we work hard when we do these YouTube videos. And I'm going to show you my first sublimation shirt. Remember, don't mind my look, okay? And so just so you guys know what I did with my sublimation thing. So I didn't really want, you can wash these out, okay? Which I think I'm going to do. But for now, I just kind of threw them back in the bag with the syringes still on. Because I think I'm going to go ahead and fill these now that I know I have a good printer. Remember, I kept telling you guys about that? And so I threw everything back in here. I put the gloves back in here. And then I went ahead and made sure that these were sealed up. You know, tighten them up. And went ahead and actually, I'm going to put them back into the paper that they came in, just to be on the safe side. And then I'm actually going to put them inside of a bag, just to be on the safe side. Okay? Because there's still a good amount of ink in here. And even with the printer's process, when we did the paper, you know, to make sure the printer was working good, it really did not use a lot of ink. But you know, just to be on the safe side, to have this ready. You see how much is left. And I think I'm going to go actually rinse those syringes out now, because actually it did not use that much ink. And so that is that. And I'm just going to stick it inside of this bag, just to be on the safe side, although I did double check those lids. And I'm going to have them back in there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was straight to the point. Thank you for rocking out with me. Thank you for seeing how it is for the first time. Like, we did this together. Like, this was a me and you thing, okay? So let me know down below if I explained it good. If you like, you know, the teaching, how I did it, how I walked you through. I'm a firm believer in let's learn together, you know? Like, I could have did this without you, but then I would have had to repeat the process. So no. I highly suggest that you begin sublimation ASAP. Do not get scared like I did and have your machine for almost a year without touching it. No, start now. Start now. That way you can get good at it, okay? And so, yeah, just come back for the next video. I'll show you the things that I got for sublimation, how to go. I'll print a shirt, press it for you, but only if you guys like, subscribe, and hit the bell. All right. God bless. Listen, your business will be prosperous. You will be prosperous. You will do great things. Do not let this world make you feel like you're not, like you don't matter in this world. You matter. You matter so much. Don't let the world make you feel like you do not matter, because you matter. You matter, you matter, you matter. Get out here. Do something great. Although you have maybe a 9-to-5, it's nothing wrong with starting a business, okay? All right.